Welcome into today's video where we're going through and testing every single weapon inside of MW3 to see how viable these weapons are for us to be using within our Zombies game mode. This is going to include the aftermarket parts, the aftermarket conversion kits, as well as the MW2 weapons. So if you're new around here and you like everything Call of Duty Zombies, make sure you are subscribed with those bell notifications turned on so you're not going to miss out any future uploads from myself. As well, down below in the description you will find the link for my streams. I stream on Mondays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I stream everything from MW3 all the way through to custom zombies and have an absolute ton of fun over there. I would love to see you all come and hang out. Now in today's video, before I dive into in my opinion, the new zombies meta that I've been using since Season 5 Reloaded has dropped, we're going to talk about the beta, because the Black Ops 6 beta is coming fast, right around the corner. So I wanted to give you guys the information. So early access beta is August 30th to September 4th. So if you've pre-ordered the game in any way, shape, or form, you'll have access to the early access from August 30th to September 4th. The open beta for absolutely everybody is September 6th to September 9th. So those are your beta dates for Black Ops 6. What do you get with your Weekend 1 early access? So available to players who have pre-ordered the game across all platforms, consoles, and PC, as well as Game Pass subscribers. The first beta weekend is scheduled to begin on Friday, August 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and end on Wednesday, September 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this year, we're happy to announce that the beta goes live on all platforms at the same time. So that's really cool. We all get to play the beta at the same time. Weekend 2 is the open beta, and the second beta weekend is for all players on all platforms and is scheduled to begin on Friday, September 6th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and end on Monday, September 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So next, we want to dive into what do you get for participating in the Black Ops 6 beta. So we'll put them on screen for you here, and you can see what you're going to be getting for participating in the Black Ops 6 beta. Two of the ones on there that I'm pretty excited to get, well actually three, is there is the 2 operator skins. So I'm definitely a big fan of obtaining operator skins. It's one of my favorite things inside of Call of Duty is rock different kinds of operator skins for sure. And then there's a blueprint, which I'm pretty excited to unlock. That looks really cool. So let me know, out of the rewards that we're going to be getting for participating in the Black Ops 6 beta, which ones are you excited to be picking up after playing the beta? Let me know in the comments section down below. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the weapon that I've been using since Season 5 Reloaded has dropped, and I feel, in my opinion, that this could be the zombies meta for us to be using currently until they buff or nerf something going forward. So if you don't know, what we're going to be looking at today is the RAM-9 submachine gun. We're going to be taking that through all 3 tiers, taking on bounty contracts all the way through to see just how well this weapon performs inside of our zombies game mode. And at the end of the video, we're going to dive into the brand new Dark Aether and Elder and see how it performs inside of there. So hopefully by the end of today's video, you have a really good feel for how this weapon performs inside of your zombies games. And by the end of the video, you should be able to make up your mind on whether or not this weapon is going to be a viable option for you to be running inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies game mode. So without further ado, let's dive into the RAM-9 review video today. Welcome into today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate that. Now in today's video, I am super excited to be able to show you guys this RAM-9 and just how viable this can be for us to be using inside of our zombies game mode. We have the Celestial blueprint on the RAM-9, as well as the brand new camo you get for logging in 7 days in a row for MW3. Now I'm not sure if everybody has this pop up. I'm hearing that if it doesn't show up like when you log in, you are still actually tracking it and unlocking it. So stick through to the end of the video. I definitely have the blueprint, the camo, and the build that I'm using for today's run at the end of the video, so I got you guys covered. And if you're new to the channel around here, when I spawn in and I do my weapon testing videos here, I put on all of my perks with no additions to the weapon whatsoever at all. Aside from being a mouse and keyboard player, I do run Deadshot Daiquiri every single match, as I like the extra critical damage that it does provide. So then we go off and grab our first bounty contract of the day, and we're looking to take on our first bounty contract of the day inside of Tier 1 at white rarity with absolutely no additions to the weapon. So no Pack-a-Punch, no tool, and no ammo mod, and just the base weapon to see how well it performs against a bounty contract inside of tier 1. Now you can see the critical damage that we are doing at just base rarity on this mimic inside of tier 1 is pretty substantial, considering we are just white rarity with absolutely nothing on the weapon. I was pretty impressed with this, and wanted to kind of push on and show you just how much stronger this gets as we progress through the match and increase the damage output and increase the bounty output, the damage of the bounties as we go through. I really wanted to show you guys this. Now, if you're new to the game and you melee the Pack-a-Punch machine before using it or applying a Pack-a-Punch crystal, you will keep your camo blueprint combination on your weapon for the rest of the run. Unless you go into the Dark Ether or a story mission, you will lose your camo blueprint there, and it'll give you the corresponding pack level camo you are at. So next we went and visited Pack-a-Punch and increased the damage output on the RAM-9 once. And so it was off to grab our second bounty contract of the day inside of tier 1, and we got a Mangler, and holy smokes, we were able to take out that bounty contract inside of tier 1 in less than a magazine. I was thoroughly impressed. This thing is so strong. So at this point I wanted to throw on legendary and go and grab another bounty contract inside of tier 1 and see if we could actually just take this out like in just almost instant, maybe a couple shots, and just completely destroy it. These particular contracts inside of tier 1 being pack 1 legendary, usually I have an ammo mod today, I forgot to bring one in, they're fun. These are tons of fun to do. You are incredibly strong inside of tier 1 being pack 1 legendary, and yeah, the Mangler had no chance, none whatsoever. So nothing I needed out of that, as I have all the schematics. So it was time to push through inside of tier 2 and grab ourselves another bounty contract and see how this RAM-9 performs inside of tier 2, in that the bounty contracts are definitely stronger now that we're in tier 2. But I want to take this on at only pack 1 legendary and show you just how strong and viable this can be even inside of tier 2 being only pack 1. We basically instant deleted the Mangler's cannon right there. We're about maybe 2/3 of the way through his health, and we just continued to back up a bit as he was smacking me away like crazy with his massive claw thing, but took him out, not a problem there. We had 14 rounds left in the magazine, so pretty darn impressive for a tier 2 bounty to be taken out at pack 1 in less than 1 magazine. Definitely very strong, the RAM-9 I have found for Season 5 Reloaded. So next thing to do was to go off to Pack-a-Punch inside of tier 2, increase the damage output on our RAM-9 again once more time, and grab ourselves another bounty contract inside of tier 1 or tier 2, sorry. And I wanted to see how this RAM-9 is going to perform on a tier 2 bounty being PAP 2, seeing how well it performed across tier 1 and our first bounty contract inside of tier 2. I was really eager to see if this would just absolutely destroy this Disciple. I'm not a big fan of Disciples, but this was definitely not a struggle at all to deal with this Disciple. I was thoroughly impressed with just how strong this RAM-9 is at double Pack-a-Punch inside of tier 2. I mean, we just eviscerated that Disciple right there. Super awesome to see. A very viable option to be using inside of our Zombies games, this RAM-9. I definitely feel like it is one of the stronger ones for Season 5 Reloaded. Now, I did want to grab another bounty contract inside of Tier 2 because I was curious to see just how strong this would be against maybe something other than a Disciple. And we got a Mimic, and just look at his health bar. I think he took 3 steps, and that Mimic was dead. So, again, just super strong weapon to be running inside of Tier 2, PAP 2. And then we had a Mega Abomination inside of tier 2. And he actually came inside the gas station with me here. I don't know if this is George. I don't think so. He had one of the... I'm not sure if this was George and he was wandering from home. But there was a whole bunch of players inside of tier 2. I think a lot of us were really concerned that there was a Mega Abomination inside here. They did have a circuit turret going, which helped take out the Mega Abomination for sure. But I mean, I was not expecting to come across a Mega Abomination inside of tier 2. Let me know in the comment section if you have seen a Mega Abomination inside of tier 2. Let me know in the comment section if you have seen a Mega Abomination inside of tier 1. I have a possible idea I'd like to do with that. So seeing how well the RAM-9 was doing in our match so far, I was eager to dive into tier 3, stop at the Wonder Fizz machine, and see how this RAM-9 can destroy everything that is tier 3. Zombies are moving at max speed. We've got armored zombies, there's dogs, there's standard HVTs running all around. It is absolute congestion when you're inside of tier 3. And I feel like for Season 5 Reloaded, either the zombie speed has been ramped up or the number of zombies have been ramped up inside of Tier 3, because it certainly does feel a lot more congested than it did before Season 5 Reloaded. Now, here we are. I was hoping to grab one of the rituals, but of course they've been taken, which is fine, not a big deal. But I did want to take this opportunity to show you guys how well this RAM-9 performs handling Tier 3 stuff at only Pack-a-Punch level 2 legendary with no ammo mod, or sorry, I got Napalm Burst on here now. And I was just impressed. Like, I'm in Pack 2 inside of Tier 3. You can see the zombies going down. There's an HVT Mimic coming at us. He just got absolutely destroyed. Wasn't much of an issue. We were able to just eliminate his health bar in, like, no time at all. So I was feeling really good using this and wanted to, you know, grab a bigger horde inside of Tier 3 and see just how well this would perform doing crowd control, but only keeping it at Pack-a-Punch level 2. So that's exactly what I went and did. I grabbed a big, huge horde inside of Tier 3, grouped them up, and then we tried to eliminate that entire horde at only Pack-a-Punch level 2 legendary with Napalm Burst on this RAM-9. And the only time I had to reposition myself a little bit was I kind of wanted to get some more plates on myself. So I just kind of moved away from the group I had grouped up and just kind of repositioned myself to continue finishing off the crowd control. But this definitely handles crowd control inside of Tier 3 being only Pack-a-Punch 2. This is definitely an awesome, awesome weapon to be using inside of Season 5 Reloaded. And so the next thing to do was to grab another big, huge horde inside of Tier 3 and show you crowd control with this weapon at max damage output inside of Tier 3. And you can see just it shreds absolutely everything at the end of your barrel. It's just truly remarkable damage output on this RAM-9 for Season 5 Reloaded. Definitely one of the most viable weapons to use inside of your Zombies game mode right now, I feel. For sure. Unless you're running into the new Dark Aether, I would recommend bringing in a crossbow, RGL type of deal so that you can handle the crowd control in there, as it is absolutely insane. And you will see that in today's footage as I joined a random team and we went in and tried to complete an Elder Sigil inside of the new Dark Aether. Now here we are, grabbed a bounty contract, a disciple, and this was the start of, I'm getting a little tired of this when I'm trying to show you guys how a weapon performs against a bounty contract and it just auto-deletes itself. So seeing that happen, I was like, all right, let's grab another bounty contract and see if we can't, you know, grab another bounty and see if we can show you guys. Hopefully, it'll give us a Mega Abomination. I can show you how well this weapon performs against a Mega Abomination inside of Tier 3, but the game was like, nah, you can have a Mimic. And the Mimic will self-delete itself again. So that's 2 bounties that have completed themselves inside of Tier 3 on me in this run. I'm not complaining. You know, free loot inside of Tier 3 is definitely nice. I got a Jug Suit and a Legendary Tool out of that. I am not complaining about that at all. But I did want to show you the actual fight against these bounty contracts inside of Tier 3 instead of, you know, me running over to them and they self-complete. Now, right here, I was heading to another bounty contract, but on my attack map, I noticed the cargo was here. And if you've been following my channel, you know how often I get to do the cargo is not very often at all inside of Tier 3. So I made a detour and we left that bounty be and went over and grabbed the cargo contract so that we could complete that. You know, seeing as we've been just basically running over to pick up the loot as our bounties are self-completing themselves, I figured why not continue that trend with this run and grab another contract inside of Tier 3 that is easy so that we can go over and pick out the loot, because this seems to be the easy loot run for me today inside of Tier 3. I don't understand why those bounties self-complete. Tier 3 was not busy today when I got in here. I don't understand why that happens. But we were collecting self-revives at an alarming rate, and I got Shatter Blast in that one, which was awesome. So I threw Shatter Blast on instead of the Napalm Burst, because I feel like Shatter Blast is going to give me more armor plates. But that's my personal opinion on that. I'd love to find out what you guys think is the best ammo mod to generate armor plates. So we finally got a bounty contract. We got a Mimic inside of Tier 3. Thank goodness. Unfortunately, there was a team in the area and the circuit turret had been turned on. So you can see right there the circuit turret, and me shooting that Mimic bounty contract just absolutely eviscerated that bounty contract. We got a sigil out of that, which I was going to use to go off to the Season 2 Dark Aether, as I haven't had mags of holding for a couple days and I wanted to pick some up. However, while I was trying to sort out my loot here, I got invited to this squad. I looked at the time, we were inside 15 minutes to go inside of the match, so I figured, you know what, I'll do something I don't usually do, and we'll join a random squad and see, you know, what's going on and where we're going. with this squad. So I went and checked their loot as well. I got a sigil out of that, which I didn't need because I just picked one up. So we went off to the new Season 2 Dark Aether. We are in here, and it is the Elder. So we activated the Outlast contract first, and we're running around dealing with the Outlast contract, and these are just absolutely insane. Like, this new Dark Aether, for me, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on the new Dark Aether. First of all, I want to mention it is absolutely gorgeous. I love visually how this Dark Aether looks. I think it is the best one we got yet. I feel like the boss fight is definitely up there for me in maybe top 5 boss fight for COD Zombies. It was such a cool experience to go through for the first time. So that is definitely awesome. But I mean, you can see just the amount of congestion inside of this Outlast contract and the new Dark Aether being an Elder is absolutely craziness. Had one of the randoms go down, make sure we got them back up. I didn't actually get a chance to get into my reward rift for the Outlast contract because there was simply too much congestion here for me to get into the rift. I didn't have Casimir's. Like I said, I was coming into the weapons review video, so I was kind of ill prepared to be inside of an Elder Dark Aether. I didn't have what I usually would bring in here, a Scorcher. I don't have golden armor plates. I didn't have an Aether blade. So we took it down that EMP Mangler was in the area, which was preventing me from getting close to my reward rift, because every time I did, he just kind of EMP'd me. The team was just, I thought we were going to be done right here. Like, I honestly felt this was the end of our run. Everybody was down at one point. I was really concerned. I went and got another player up here. He's good to go, back on his feet. I think he got swallowed up by the I think it was 3 or 4 mimics that tried to swallow me right there. Here I am continuing to try and run around and just get to the reward rift. You can see the Mangler is EMPing me. It is absolutely insane in here. Had to dip out of there and you know, reposition myself. We managed to complete that, but like I said, I didn't get into the reward rift. So we had a player with us who was using the Scorcher, and he went and activated the Spore contract. So I came up here and grabbed the inhibitors so that we could cleanse a couple of the spores and help out. Pro tip, if you put 2 inhibitors on the spores inside of the new Dark Aether, you will complete them super fast. So that's a nice little pro tip. And then we made it up on the roof of the adjacent building here and put on the 2 inhibitors onto this spore and managed to cleanse this one. But look at this down. Like, holy smokes. It just absolutely instant. Just swallowed by everything there. Of course, without golden armor plates, you know, 2-3 swipes quickly in quick succession and you are going to be on the ground like I was there. So it was time to get the heck out of there. I noticed our teammate had completed the rest of the Spore contract, which was awesome, so I was eager to get over to the Reward Rift and see what I could get out of the Reward Rift, hoping to get one of the new schematics, as I have yet to get any of them. So here I am, trying to make my way over. Buddy went, a teammate went and pinged the exfil, which was awesome, so that we knew where to go, and that's something I always say, if you guys are in here with randoms, just ping where you're going. Ping stuff, it definitely helps people out so they know where to go to. So I was making it way over here, and I saw there was a crazy amount of congestion, but my teammate just dropped a Scorcher shot, so I thought I'd use that to get into my rift. I got the legendary tool, and then I had to go. That was it. There was not time to stick around and go through and grab whatever else that was in there. So at this point, I feel like this was just an awesome run. Wanted to show you guys how to get up to the roof without using a Scorcher. You just jump on these buses here and ride the buses all the way up to the roof. But overall, I definitely feel like the RAM-9 for Season 5 Reloaded is going to be one of the most viable weapons for us to be using inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. Stick through at the end of the video. I definitely have the build for us all to be using, and there's going to be some room to move on it if you wanted to increase ADS speed or movement speed. That door I just ran by is the one that has the secret key, which will take you to the boss fight, and that there's steps to figure that out. But overall, I definitely feel like the RAM-9 is one of the strongest weapons for Season 5 Reloaded, in my opinion. So definitely an awesome run. I thoroughly enjoy using the RAM-9. It was a ton of fun to get this done today. We managed to get out of there with some decent loot. I got 2 legendary tools and 2 epic tools, so I'm not complaining. This is the build that I used for today's run on the RAM-9. And like I said, there'll be a little bit of room to move for ADS, speed, or movement. So let's work together in the comments section down below to make those suggestions so that we all have an amazing build to use on the RAM-9 inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. And the camo is under events, all camos, and you'll see it is right there in the crosshair is what I was using today. And the blueprint that I was running on the RAM-9 is the Celestial blueprint, so I will show you guys that. Other than that, thank you so very much for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you guys in the next one.